Good evening. We got Rich G 2018. Lots to talk about tonight. Firstly, what future can you see for us? And if you had it your way, what would you do differently? Future for the club? Well, to be honest with you, looking from the outside in, I don't think there's too much to panic about. Although there's a lot of things going wrong which needs fixing, of course. But what I do differently is try to interact more with fans, try and make a lot more, like fundraising events, things that are going to actually make the club money. I mean, end of the day, we're working off of a shortfall. I mean, why the hell are we not trying to, no fun day this summer, all the weather that we've had, and we've not taken advantage of it, not once, but then apparently a Meet the Manager night and a sponsors evening is enough. Meet the Manager night is a limited number of people. Sponsors evening is sponsors only. Where's the fundraising events? Where's, open days, fun days, evening events, quizzes? There was loads of quizzes going on. There's no quizzes anymore. We got to start pulling things out of the bag a little bit more, I think. Anyway, I'm going to catch up on a few other people. Georgie's in. How's it going, mate? I'm all good, thank you. Um, True MUFC gamer. Yes, that will be Michael Green. He's the new lad doing the new series. The Amber Talk. Any county fans going to any home games, grab him and have a word and get yourself on the series. Um, oh, this is a good question. Bluebirds TV, how many of the 92 have you done? I've done 42. Good. Probably around about the same, maybe a couple more, but I'd have to go through it all. And look, I haven't got the time, obviously, at the moment. Sorry, mate. What do you think about the game yesterday? It was a decent enough game. I think it was a cracking performance by that guy at front. That what was his name? Tyreek Campbell, was it? I thought he was excellent. Pretty much the difference between the two teams, if I'm being honest. But I think we're shaping up okay at the moment. The real vision is going to be when we see the team play at Mansfield. That's when the test is going to be. That's when we're going to see it. Rob Parsons in the house, good man. Luke Wilkins, hi Chris. Hope you're well. How was your holiday? Holiday was excellent, mate. Thank you very much. Um, I think I got the feeling we've got an awful lot to talk about tonight, especially with the club, especially with what's been going on this weekend off the pitch. So I'm not going to elaborate too much on my holiday tonight. Um, Evening Exiles 1 to 11. Max Peters is in. We got Carefree on tour. He's in. Hi Taff, can't speak long. Is going out for a meal in the pub. Good man. I wish that was what I was doing. Bailey Goodall. Yes, Taff. Yes, Bailey. There you go. Michael's available to speak to anyone. So get in on the series with him. The Amber Talk series. Right then, Rich G. The fun day when we had the weather like this is a joke. I'm so worried for the long term. Yeah, um, there's a lot of people worried at the moment. I mean, yeah, I'm worried. I mean, obviously those of you who saw my Facebook post earlier will know that I'm worried. Yeah, fair enough. The club shop is stocked with the new replica kit and training kit and everything like that, and a few other bits and pieces. But the thing that's getting me down is that there's no sort of alternative ranges. I mean, you go into other club shops and they've got so much in there. I mean, wallpaper, county wallpaper, county bedding, county towels. I mean, Callum Evans, he must have made a mint and fair play. He didn't have to, but he did. He gave the club some of his profit, and I think that's great. But he made a mint off towels. Why weren't we selling any towels? Gets me. And I say no fundraising this summer. None. No push for the rewards and benefits. No additions to it. No update on it. No update on anyone who stopped offering their discount. There's absolutely nothing. I'm paying £10 a month, and I don't even know what I'm getting for it. I won't stop paying it because I love the club. I keep the money going in. But what's going on? You know, Charlie Cooper. What's Charlie Cooper been like for you? He's looked decent in pre-season. I got to be fair, mate. Scabs. Don't want to put a down on things, but we won't exist in 10 years. Well, well. Thing is, I can't say you're wrong. I don't want you to be right, obviously. Andrew Humphreys is in. Good evening to you too. Thank you. Max Peters, what's your view on Matt? My view on Matt, you mean Jamil Matt? I think he's going to be a top player for us. Yes, I think we've got ourselves a good one there. Not going to be the most, like I say, prolific of goal scorers, of course, but I think he'll certainly set some up. He'll bag a few goals and he'll cause problems, which is, what Newbley should have done a little bit more. Rob Parsons, Kevin Campbell's son, yes, that's who played for Stoke against us yesterday and scored a couple of really good goals. Brexit United FC, do you support Brexit? I absolutely do 100%, but that's another discussion for another day. Bailey Goodall, you going to Mansfield? Yes, I am going to Mansfield, mate. Rich G, who's the trialist goalkeeper versus Stoke? What's your view on him? Not sure who he was. For me, he looked a little bit like Marcus Rashford. Obviously, not going to have been him, of course, but my view on him is that he looked like he had a comfortable game, but I think the third goal, it went under his legs. Should have stopped it, really. He was hit with a bit of venom, but should have stopped. He should have stopped it. Georgie Harves was happening off the pitch. Bloody hell, mate. What's not happened? I mean, I tell you what, mate. There's some crap going on at the moment, mate. I can tell you that much. But it'll just take me too long to go through it all. GCSE work after 6 weeks now. So GCSE work now. Everyone's got 6 weeks off, and you're back in for GCSE work. Is that right? There's Jamie in it. XL's 1 to 11. Right then, Aiden. Fingers crossed we get you in the cup. What is that? West Ham, is it, mate? Carefree on tour, going to the Community Shield on Sunday. That'll be a good game. Well, who's in the Community Shield again? It's Man City and Chelsea, isn't it? Yes. Max Peters, you couldn't buy the club kit online on the day of launch. Yeah, yeah. Basically, that's one small issue of many issues that make up a big issue that everybody is. Everybody's a bit upset at the moment. Everybody's starting to panic. Hopefully, over the next few weeks, some things will develop, materialise where we can all put our minds at rest. But at the moment, it is a bit twitchy, to say the least. Is the commercial manager back from the sick now? I can confirm yes, she is. Something needs sorting. We can't keep going in this direction. We need to bring more money into the club. We're running off a deficit of my own personal estimation of around about £250,000 a year. And what are we going to do? We can't rely on cup runs and player sales to keep us going through. We have to be self-sustainable. That was the whole point of getting this model in place. I got no doubt. I got absolutely no doubt in my mind that the people involved are doing their best and putting everything into it. Absolutely no doubt about that at all. And the chances are they're all really good at what they do. But I think it's the model, the actual trust ownership model that's failing us, which is why this open meeting should not be in 2 months' time. It should be in less than 2 weeks' time, and we should be putting our votes in right away. Can't wait another 2 months. Green Devils TV, we had a really, really good laugh with you last week, didn't we? Well, not last week, 2 weeks ago. I was on holiday last week. Yeah, Forest Green Rovers, the team that's about as desirable as a pube in a 50 quid meal. Georgie Harbs, who's your top 7? Oh, well, I don't know. It's a difficult one to think of, really. At this stage, it's tough. I just know I think Lincoln are going to be going up because of. I think Lincoln are going to be going up because of the players they brought in, basically, and the fact that the brothers are staying. I think Lincoln, you can't look past them. I got them on my promotion accumulator. Scabs, thoughts on McCullough going to Cheltenham? What? I heard he went to someone in League One, but Mikulski going to Cheltenham. Wow. We could have got him back. It depends, really. Will we offered him back? Semenyo, will we give him the option between taking Mikulski or Semenyo? If that was the case, and basically Flinney has gone for Semenyo, then maybe there's something about Semenyo and Mikulski's not quite right for us for this season. I don't know. I'd have had him back straight away, though. I'd have taken them both. Labour Party all day long. Whatever, mate, whatever. Kevin Pretlove, yes, this is working, mate. I can see your message. Good man. Scabs agreed. Green Devils. Well, what is this now? Is this going to turn into politics? I'd rather talk about the county guys. I mean, we're practically 10 minutes in, and we haven't really dug deep into it, really, have we? Green and Black Army is another FGR fan. Bloody hell. I'm getting swamped with them now. Oh, the keeper was the QPR third keeper. Right, okay. Is there a reason why he's the third keeper, not the second or first? Not if he was second or first, then he'd have no business in League Two, would he? But if it means that we're going to take him on loan as a backup to Joe Day, then I'd have him on loan as a backup, of course. Brexit United want to be a real side. Yes, wouldn't qualify for Europe though, would you? Rob Parsons. Club needs to find a new home. Need to get out of Rodney Parade before they push us out, and then there's nowhere to go. Yeah, it does get. From what I'm hearing, it is a case of the Welsh Rugby Union are trying to push the club out because it looks as though they want to take the Dragons up north. None of this is fact, by the way. This is just me making a bit of an assumption from all the things I've heard. So my feeling is that they want to get us out as soon as they can. They don't care what happens to us. Take the Dragons up north, sell Rodney Parade and the land for housing development. If what I've heard, could be a possibility, is that the council could swap Rodney Parade for an equal piece of land somewhere in Newport, so the Welsh Rugby Union will make their money and will fund them to take the Dragons up north. So Rodney Parade will remain, and Newport County and Newport Rugby will still have a home, and it will be council owned, and hopefully by then we'll have the hybrid model in place as well. So we'll have council involvement on our board of directors as well. So there's an option that can be considered. Fried water, more FGR fans. I know. We need to take these guys down, guys. Max Peters, the two Bristol City players should be good. Yeah, well, Backinson isn't technically on loan with us at the moment, although the AG has jumped the gun and put it out there. But I'd say it's as good as done with that one. He looks good. Reminds me a bit of Pogba, not with the way he plays. Pogba, like, obviously, is on another planet with ability. Just the way that he looks and the way that he operates and moves around the pitch, of course. Aidan, do you still have the same sponsor? Do you mean on the kit or do you mean this channel? When is FGR away? I don't know, to be honest with you. I can't think. It's one I should know because that's the one I'm looking forward to. I always enjoy winning at Forest Green Rovers. Can someone find out for me? I can't look, obviously, because I'm doing this. Fried water, could you go into some detail about the problems happening? As soon as I catch up on everything, yes, I will. Labadi is ours. Whatever, mate, whatever. Ambrami, oh yeah, of course, Callum Winton. It's the 6th of October at 3 p.m. So there we go. Not too long to wait. I'm looking forward to that one. Like I say, I enjoy watching us beat Forest Green Rovers. Aidan, best goal you've ever seen? Best goal I've ever seen in person at a football match. If it's not Michael Ballack, Germany versus Wales, back some time ago, it was Andy Sandell at home against Hereford in the conference when we won 2-0. That was a hell of a strike, half volley. Look out for that, mind. Newport County versus Hereford from the 2012-13 season. Absolute perler. Green FC, FGR winning the league. Oh, don't get talking about winning the league. You haven't got a chance. You haven't got a hope in hell. You'll be in a relegation battle again. Especially when Doige goes to Aberdeen. Forbes was awful yesterday. Really? I don't know. I thought he was alright. What's the silliest rumour you've heard so far this season? Silliest rumour that I've heard so far this season. It's a tough one, that one is. Tintin. I'm thinking... I'm probably going to say Hammond to Plymouth for 300k. It just makes no sense. And the fact that people are actually taking that seriously, the Twitter account had only been open. For 2 days before that tweet came out, and people are taking that seriously. It's like, do a bit of research on it, guys. Rich, here comes the farmers from Forest Green Rovers. Yep, the hippies are in. The carrot crunching hippies. With their with their pitch covered in shit. Luke Wilkins, what do you think of our future at Rodney Parade? I cannot think and will be kicked out in 2023. It depends who the owners of Rodney Parade are. It depends if the Dragons are still in Newport. It depends on whether the council are involved with the club. There's an awful lot of we don't know what's going on at the moment to have a clear vision of what the future is going to hold for us. But I think by 2023, this whole thing will be resolved, and hopefully, fingers fucking crossed, there'll be no issues. Everything will be sort of smooth sailing by then. Aiden, do you judge goals on skill or occasion? It's got to be a bit of both in it, really. I think a goal has got to be, you know, how can I put it? I think the importance of the goal is massive on whether it's a big goal because you've got to keep your bottle when it's a big occasion like World Cup final, Champions League final. Like Gareth Bale, that there is a 10 out of 10 because it was an overhead kick, it was outside the area, and it put Real Madrid back in the lead in the Champions League final. So that's your 10 out of 10 kind of goal. For me, importance to me, beating Hereford was important. Andy Sandell half volley from about 40 yards, yeah, 10 out of 10 goal for me. Green Devils, corn meal. That's disgusting, mate. Come on. Rich G, Forest Green Rovers are as desirable as a pube. Yeah, as desirable as a pube and a 50 quid meal. Bailey Goodall, who is your starting strikers this season? It's got to be Jamil Matt and Podgemond, in my opinion. Brexit United, far right or far wrong? Well, I'm not far right, but then I'm not wrong either. Stavros Power, what's your views on the recent resignations? Neil Collier, I kind of saw coming because I know him personally. I know his job. I know where he works. So I could sort of see that coming, and I can understand that he wasn't doing as much as he probably would have wanted to. So that makes sense for me. Simon Sadler was a shocker for me because he's been in it from the beginning. He's seen it through, and to do it now, it does make a lot of sense. So I got a feeling there's something not quite right about Simon going. So I will have to try and see if I can pin Simon down to a chat to see if I can get to the bottom of that. But I've had a good chat with Rob Santos, and that's the one that worries me is that Rob went because of transparency that he couldn't achieve as he promised. And fair play, if you make a promise, if you're getting elected, doesn't matter what kind of office you're going into or what board you're getting onto, if you make a promise that you can't deliver, usually you hand in your resignation. Rob, unfortunately, it's not even down to him why he's not able to put the information he wanted to put out. I mean, transparency. I think it's very much it's very much a case of content as well as as what needs to be said is the content of what you're putting out as well. Because if you notice, when the club put the statement out saying about Neil and Simon offering their resignations, there wasn't any thank you for their efforts. And I think that's something that just shows that we've got a little bit of class on our board. You know, the kind of thing you can read that and think, yeah, okay, good for you for thanking them. Also, there's obviously nothing about what's going on with the WRU, and it's got a lot of fans worried. And I'm sure something would have been better than nothing in that statement. So that statement, I think, has got a lot to do with why Rob has gone. But three directors down in 3 days. I know the other two put their resignations in 2 months ago, but we've only just found out now. So as far as we're concerned, that's three resignations in 3 days. Labardi is agreeing. Oh, give it a rest, pal. Oh, bloody hell, Labardi, get off it, mate. Callum Whittington, here we go. We got something actually worth talking about, I'd imagine. I think Hammond will have another brilliant season. He looks good in pre-season. Yeah, Hammond is just one of those is going to get you 15 to 20 goals minimum a season. Absolutely 100%. Tintin, any plans as to what you're going to do with your nice shiny WRU badge? Well, first of all, it's not coming to me with games anymore. For one, I may dispose of it in a kind of a classy way if what I'm fearing turns out to be true, and I may even record that for you guys to actually see. So yeah, watch this space as far as my WRU badge is concerned. It was given to me as a gift for saying nice things about them at the beginning of last season. Well, I wonder what they're going to give me for the things I'm going to say about them this season. Exiles 1 to 11. Brilliant about Flinney not letting Podge leave. Where was Wilmot yesterday? That's a really good point. Where was Wilmot yesterday? That's a strange one. Don't know, to be honest with you. We'll have to wait and see. I don't think there's anything going on there. Wilmot will be our player for next season, but maybe just wanted to give him a rest. Maybe Wilmot had a personal reason for not being there. Who knows? But good point though, mate. Well done. Georgie Halves, Mikulski only went to Cheltenham as a favour for Bristol getting. Maybe. Maybe it could have been one of those, yeah, backward forward type things. FGI's Veg United, of course. The guy that robbed the Newport shop is a legend and deserves a pat on the back. Well, at least we got a shop with stuff that's actually worth robbing, innit? Rob Parsons, the shop is only open. Right, so the shop in the Kingsway is only there for 7 weeks. So what exactly are we doing? Um, right, now this one has got my back up a bit now because the last open meeting we were told we were sharing the shop with the Dragons and we were having Ticketmaster in the ticket office, sharing that ticket office there. So I don't understand what's derailed all that. I don't get what's derailed all that. I don't understand it at all. Which is why, obviously, if the situation with any ongoing dispute with the WRU is sensitive, I can understand we can't, that well, the board can't talk about it, but they can at least say that there is something going on and that they can't talk about it. So at least we know that they're dealing with something. Because at the moment, it's all hearsay. We don't know whose version to believe at the moment. So if the board say something, at least that's something we can all understand together. Right then, did you see the Shaqiri bicycle kick yesterday? No, I haven't actually. Um, was that Marsh Brain? Was it? Good point. Yeah, we took him from you. And Charlie Cooper actually looks like he wants to play for us, mate. So happy days. New ground. The third choice goalkeeper QPR is Seni Dieng, a Swiss guy. Never seen him play mine. Play for Zurich Grasshoppers, I believe. All right, okay. Is he the guy that was with us? If that's the case, then sounds like you got a bit of credentials about him. Man of the match yesterday for you, mine was Butler. Yeah, I think, but Butler's always in contention for man of the match in pretty much every game that he plays. So we've actually got an admin sort of running alongside with this. I'm not adminning this chat. I'm not deleting any messages, but it looks as though our admin has been deleting some messages by Green Devils TV. So we must be getting a bit too out of hand, maybe. Please, 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 Forest Green to go down this year. Yes, 100%. Can't stand them and would rather watch paint dry. My garden shed is bigger than. Yeah, yeah. I think we'll sing that this year, definitely. Right, Max Peters, where are the goals? I follow. Well, funny enough, I had somebody, a good friend of mine, Daddy H, asked me to mention I follow. The I follow app is absolutely cocked right up. I keep getting a notification pop up on my phone to say that it's crashing, but it's like, well, it shouldn't be running in the background. I've closed off every app, but somehow the Newport County iFollow app is absolutely mashed up. There's no communication about it at all either, and I don't know, is it being fixed? Because I do everything through the app. If I can't make it to the game, I listen to the radio coverage on the app. I don't have to go diving through the website. The whole point of the app is to make it easier than using the website. What's going on with the app? Thoughts on Toure going to Barry Town? I'm a little bit disappointed because I was looking forward to seeing what he had for us this season. Although if the gaffer doesn't think he's ready for us, then naturally send him out on a season-long loan and get him his experience up, of course. So hopefully, fingers crossed, he has a good season there and he comes a better player back to us next year. And we'll see a better Toure who's ready to play League Two football. Matthew Payne, two of Forest Green Rovers' best players left because, yeah. The thing is, it's a shitty little club. I mean, it's a nice little club if it wasn't so pro, throwing vegan in everyone's face. If you actually served meat products at your ground and you looked after disabled away fans, there'd be no issue, honestly. I mean, yeah, I guess you can say that we came up because we got promoted to the Football League technically because of money from Les Scadding. But the bulk of the squad that we had that season was there before Les Scadding took over as chairman. It was only the addition of Connor Washington, who didn't really play a part in the promotion, Christian Jolly, and Scott Donnelly, that really propelled us. Oh, Bobby Wilmot as well, of course, but it was mainly Jolly's signing that got us there. But there's nothing to say that we wouldn't have got there without Jolly. We probably wouldn't have, mind you, but we wouldn't have known because we had him. We didn't have to face that scenario. So Forest Green have just thrown, their hippie chairman, more money than sense, has just thrown God knows how much money into it, and you're running off a 2 million a year loss, and we're running off a 250k a year loss, but we finished above you. Just let that sink in a little. FGR fan Taff loves FGR deep down inside. Yeah. And then Donald Trump is loved worldwide as well in the same way. Max Peters, where are the goals coming from this season? Hammond mainly. I think Marsh Brown will chip in with a few. Dolan will have a few. I think Sheehan will be a goal scorer. I think we're seeing 10 to 15 from Sheehan this season, 10 to 15 from Matt, 20 from Hammond, and we may even see ourselves in the playoff place if that's the case. So I think there's plenty of goals to come from us, Max, from different areas. I think Sheehan's going to have a big season for goal scoring this year. Bailey Goodall, where was you at Hereford last week? I was on holiday. I was away in painting with the missus, so I couldn't make Hereford, unfortunately. Oh, bloody hell. There's sarcasm at its greatest from Rob Parsons there. FGR is a great club, great food, great fans. I disagree with every single one of them, mate. Aiden, would you rather play at the Millennium for a year or grind share with Cardiff or Swansea? I don't know, to be honest with you. Um, I'd rather grind share with Cardiff as much as that kills me to say, because Millennium Stadium, you wouldn't get the atmosphere. Swansea's too far, so it would have to be Cardiff. Do I watch hurling? No. Rob Parsons, my last statement is bullshit. I could tell, mate. Do you like ice cream? I do, yes. That's why I'm a fat twat, because I eat too much of it. Callum Winton, if you can call it a stadium, it's not even really, is it? It's like one stand, one terrace, one tiny stand, and then a pathway which you make 1,000 people stand on. That's it. Do I like hurling? No. If you're looking for an answer, I'm going to say no. Drake Hopko and Johnny Nelson would destroy FGR. Oh, tell them to hurry up and do it already. Rich G, team to play Mansfield in formation. I tell you what, right? If you look at the Amber Army Facebook page, we actually did be the gaffer, and to be honest with you, the team that was picked between everybody who contributed on there is exactly how I'm going to go for. So check out the Amber Army page. It just saved me time. It just allowed me to get through all these questions, but at least it gives you the opportunity to to sort of get there. But have a look at that. Have a look at the Amber Army page on Facebook and look for the Be the Gaffer. The last instalment. It's like a 5-3-2 formation with the starting lineup. Hamid, Modu Toure being loaned out shows our intent to no longer develop our youth. What do you think? It depends on whether he's ready or not. To be honest with you, I think if he's good enough to play League Two football, I don't think we'd have loaned him out. But if it's a fact that we're not giving him the development that he needs and the guidance that he needs, and we're just shipping him off to get it somewhere else, then I completely understand where you're coming from. We have developed youth. Tom Owen Evans, we introduced to the first team, getting him first team games. We introduced Aaron Collins to the first team, Lee Evans, Regan Poole. And look at all of them. They've all moved on to pastures new, bigger and better clubs. So Toure, maybe we're missing a trick with him. Maybe we should be developing him in house. But Jay Folson haven't gone anywhere yet. I hope that stays the same, because at least we can show we're developing someone, and it could be a sign that Toure just isn't ready if Folson doesn't go anywhere. Hammond, get off it. WRU legends. Come up with some actual good material, FGR fan. I mean, there's nothing good about you. Even your banter shit. Callum Whitton, an FGR fan, shut up. Your club were a joke. Yep. No gay bashing, of course. Green Devils. Well, don't know what you're on about there, Dean. Right. Okay. So our Amber Army admin is obviously warning Green Devils TV to stop getting nasty. I am quite interested to see what he said, to be honest with you, though. But no. Let's keep it respectable, you guys. Marsh Brown looks good. Who was your standout player against Stoke? I think Matt looked dangerous. Ammon looked sharp. I think Butler looked good. I don't know. I couldn't really say a standout player, although Demetriou and O'Brien together looked strong at the back, even though they let the goals in at the end. The communication is what I like. Dean Flynn, hi Amber Amy, hiya Dean, how are you? Need a statement from Gavin before the season starts. Now, I don't know if any of you noticed, but Gavin was the one person that Rob stood up for when he put his stuff out about him resigning. He actually said that him and Gavin got on well, even though they hated each other beforehand. They got on well. They were open to each other's ideas, and apparently Gavin is one of the hardest working members of the board. So I don't see why it's all being pinned on Gavin. I know Gavin's the chairman, but they're a democratic board. You know, they all got to vote on it. They got to, well, pretty much everything they got to vote on between each other. So I think this would be a board statement, you know, just to give some clarity on exactly what's going on. Right, my car boot is bigger than FGR. Georgie Harbs, looking forward to the season starting. Yes, I am. I've had a 10-run Notts to win the league along with Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest, I know they made a lot of money on Aston Belonga, so they've spent it well. Notts County have got a chance, I think, without date. And I think, personally, I think Lincoln are going to win the league, but it's not a bad bet. What kind of odds did you get on that anyway? FGR fan got blocked. Ooh, Mr. Ball, he's crushing them tonight. 39 in the chat. It's 36 now, but we've only got 14 likes, guys. How about we go on a big likes splurge now before we end this? I'll give you another 10 minutes. See if we get the likes up to 25 minimum. So any thumbs up that you can do would be massively appreciated, guys. Right. Rich G, where can you see Newport in 5 years' time? 5 years, I think, depends on how we deal with the situation now, to be honest with you. I think if we deal with the situation and it works out that we can play at Rodney Parade for the foreseeable future, we go to the hybrid fans ownership model, I can see us pushing League One in 5 years' time if we tick all those boxes, basically. If we don't tick them all, I can see us mediocre in League Two, possibly getting to the point where we may start sloping back because the momentum that we've carried from the Great Escape and then obviously the good start of last season is starting to wear off now. We're pushing on pure ability now. And have we got the ability to be at the top end at the moment? Yes. Will we have it in 5 years' time? Possibly no. Not unless we're starting to put more money into our playing budget. And we need to have the right kind of people involved to do that, which is why the hybrid model for me is the way forward. FGR rough, they certainly are. Cards game, hello. I think you're a new one for us, ain't you, mate? Happy days. Good to have you in you. Georgie Harbs, good amount of views and comments tonight. Yeah, it's good to get the people in, mate. Good to get people in, have a good old conversation. Obviously, for those of you who are not County fans, sorry that the discussion has been dominated by Newport County tonight. We just got a lot going on at the moment, and a lot of fans wanting to come in and get together and have a good chat about it, should we call it. So, guys, we're on 20 likes at the moment. If we get 5 more, we'll extend to the 45 minutes. FGR fan with a green love art. Don't make me sick. Dean Flynn, the Amber Army, do you like ice cream? I've answered that. Georgie Harbs, confident for Mansfield. I don't know, to be honest with you, but get this for an omen. The last time we played Mansfield away, first game of the season, was 2012-2013, and that was our Football League promotion season. The previous year, we lost there 5-0. So last season, coming to the present day, last season, we lost there 5-0. And then we got them first game of the season. So that's an interesting one. If we win, then I know something could be going on. But if we win 4-3, then I'm putting my life savings on Newport County to get promoted, because you know maybe it's one of those meant to happen things. Callum Whittington, a lot of people are criticising Dolan, but I think he can improve. I definitely think he can improve. I think there's bags of ability in him. He hasn't shown the best of himself just yet, but he's got to pull his finger out because there's times he looks formidable. I mean, there was a one moment yesterday, and the ball was pumped up in the air, and he took it down beautifully, skipped past two people, and laid it out onto the wing for a cross. And I thought that's possibly the best bit of individual play I've ever seen Dolan do. So that's the sort of thing he is capable of. He is capable of producing brilliance, but he doesn't do it often enough. Aaron Day, best player of pre-season. To be honest with you, I haven't seen enough of the first team in pre-season. To be honest, I've seen Chippenham and I've seen Stoke. I missed Hereford, and there was obviously a lot of other games. So I don't know how I can really answer that question, to be honest. But I'm just looking forward to seeing how they start off the new season. That's what's most important for me. Let's wait and see. Luke Wilkins, do you remember Mansfield away? First game of the season, we won 4-3 and got promoted. Could be a good omen. Pretty much exactly as I've mentioned. Yeah, that was an absolutely brilliant day as well. And Luke, I remember you were there with me then as well. It was quality because we'd been there previous years and seen us get pumped. Now I remember going to Mansfield during our first season back in the conference, and we went there, and in the first 2 minutes we went 2-0 up in the first 2 minutes, and then we went 3-0 up after about 20 minutes, and then we had a player sent off. I don't remember who got. I think it might have been Toddy. Chris Todd might have got sent off, and Mansfield scored 3 goals before half time. So it was 3-3 at half time. It was one of the most bizarre football matches I've ever seen. And then from there, then I'd seen us lose another 2 times there before we went there and actually won 4-3. So it was a bit of a special day for me and Luke that day because we'd seen us get pumped there so many times before. Hamid, is Crofts a suitable replacement for Labardi? Yes, 100%. Crofts have obviously been there up in the Premier League. He's been Premier League, Championship all his career. He's played international football. He's been in the heart of some great midfields. You know, teams like Norwich, for example. I definitely think he's got the experience and the know-how to run our team from the centre midfield. So I think he is the ideal replacement for Labardi, in my opinion. Maidenhead and Slough have a clever name for their derby, SL Classico, referring to SL postcode. That's actually pretty cool. It's a shame that we don't have a postcode derby with County, but you never know. One day. Andrew Humphreys, do you know when the season tickets are ready for collection? I believe they're in the middle of not this week coming, but the week after. So after we play against Mansfield during the week on the build-up, then I think someone said the 6th of August is when they'll be ready. So I wouldn't quote me on that completely, but I think it's around about that time. 23 likes, 2 more, and I'll extend to 45, guys. I'm just catching up and being pretty much ready to go then. How many do you think to take the Mansfield? Minimum 400, maximum 600. I'd like to see 600 there. I think that'd be great. I like chocolate, do you? Yes, already. Georgie Harbs. Has anything happened with Labardi yet? Has he left you? He's not left. Apparently, he's doing his rehab with us. Hasn't signed a contract yet. We don't even know 100% if we've actually offered him anything. That's one thing I've never even thought of. Is if did we actually offer him a contract? It's actually there, set in stone, that we've actually put something on the table for him. Because I don't think we have. I'm not sure if we have. Did you see my comment on the sponsors video? Um, yeah, I actually didn't understand it, mate. Could you elaborate on it for me, please? There we go. We've hit our 25. We'll extend to the 45 minutes. Well done, guys. Thank you very much. Rob Parsons, Tui is not ready. I saw him at Penny Pond. He didn't look that good and needs more experience. Well, fair enough. Happy days. Here we go. Carefree on tour. Deluded FGR fan, of course. Most of them are. 6th of August for season tickets, I think. Oh, I could be right then. Happy days. I actually know something. Do you like purchasing foreign shirts when on holiday? I mean, foreign football shirts. I haven't gone abroad for a while, to be honest with you. So it's not something I've ever really done before, if I'm being honest. So no, not really. But you know, maybe you never know. I might decide that I might want to start collecting football shirts in the future. Um, why do you sulk like a baby when FGR is mentioned? It's pretty much the same as an Antifa member would sulk when Donald Trump is mentioned. That's pretty much how I would level that for you, mate. Aiden, where will West Ham finish? With the signings you've made, with the manager you've got, I think you could well be looking at. I reckon you could be looking at top 8 if you perform consistently. If you shake off the the new stadium woes, shall we call them. If you shake them off and actually start performing like a big club with a bigger club mentality at the big stadium, I can see you doing top 8 this year. FGR should never be a football league club. The ground should be demolished and farms built on the pitch is a field already. Yeah, shit covered pitch, shit covered club. Absolutely. Thoughts on the Troilers keeper yesterday? Looked pretty strong in goal, but he should have stopped the third goal, in my opinion. But yeah, I think he looked decent enough. He could be a decent enough backup to Joe Day if we're having him on loan from QPR, of course. Callum Whittington gutted, going to miss the first few games for the preseason. I will of the season, not the preseason season. Sorry, mate. We'll be back for Grimsby home game. Ah, fair enough then, mate. But we'll cheer even later for your absence then. Bobby Beckford, have we got a new backup for Joe Day? I believe that both of no, so sorry, the goalkeeper that was playing yesterday is a trialist with a view to being on loan from QPR. So if we end up bringing him over the line, then yes, we'll have a backup for Joe Day, and Backinson from Bristol City should be signing as well, hopefully. George has apologies. I've had them both to be automatically promoted, but it was 20-1. 20-1 for the both of them, or 20-1 each? I can't imagine it's 21 each one. 21 for the both of them, I'd imagine, yeah. What have you got on that then, mate? Cards game. What's your long-term aim for Newport? Long-term aim will be self-sustainability, sustain ourselves as a league club, and look to progress. Category 3, maintain a Category 3 academy, which we've made the big jump to now. Yeah, that's got to be our long-term aims. You've got to be smart and sensible. It can't be, I want to be in the Premier League within 5 years. You've got to be smart and sensible and build it bit by bit. Aidan, do you think neutral ground should be used for FA semi-finals? I think so, yeah. I think it's the FA's way of making extra money by having it at Wembley, because they know they're going to pack the place out for an FA Cup semi-final, and it's a bigger ground than any of the others. So, yeah, I think it should go back to normal grounds. There's a bit more of you know, a personal touch to it, I think, being played at neutral grounds. Fried water, is the problems mainly with the ground at the moment? The problems are with our ownership of the club and our relationship with our landlords. They're the two main issues. The ownership of the club, the current model seems to be failing us, and we need to get things straightened out as soon as possible, I think. As I say, nothing against the people on the board at the moment. I think it's the model that's failing us, not the people. FGR fan, goodbye Taff, banter was funny tonight. Cheerio, mate. Yeah, thank you for contributing. It's always funny to have fans of clubs I hate coming in. Callum Whittington, I was watching a Plymouth fan on Twitch. I asked him about what he thought of Newport as an away day, and he said it's awful and a joke. Well, the thing is, that's the thing I don't understand why people don't, why people dislike the away day with Newport. It's right in the city centre. It's close to all the pubs, all the restaurants, parking, and the train station and bus stations. It's an easy away day to get around. Basically, it's easy. It's easy to do in Newport. So I don't get why people diss us as an away day. I think it's the most ideal away day in the whole league too. Rich G 2018, thanks for a good live chat. Keep up the good work. Cheers, Rich. Nice one, mate. Thank you very much. Callum Winton thought Joe Day would play yesterday as the season starts next week. Probably just wanted to get a full 90 minutes of seeing what the basically what the new goalkeeper had to offer. It's not a new goalkeeper, but a potential new goalkeeper. It's like a matter of we need to sign a backup goalkeeper in time for the kick-off. We've got to give this guy 90 minutes and give Joe Day a rest. Ready so he's ready for it. So yeah, that's pretty much what I think. It's been like that. Aaron Day, do you think Ammon can compete for top scorer in the league? Maybe if he gets the right service. Obviously, for me, he didn't get the right service from Newblay. I think Matt will be more of a servant to him. Strike force of Christian Ellison came Hemmings. You're going to score goals this season then, Georgie. Fair play. Wales HD Gaming, Los Ingranables de Japón. Has anybody got a translator on that? Stavs in. See what Mansfield boycotting the home games for the time being until the board starts shaping up. Can't fault that at all, mate. No problem at all. But yeah, definitely see you at Mansfield. Hope you guys like the Prince, by the way, as well. Carefree on tour. Dean Flynn doesn't half run. Yeah, he does a bit, but you know it wouldn't be a good live chat without the odd village idiot kicking about with it, mate. Jammy Jimmy, we haven't seen you for a while. Come on, you new board. I'm Aiden W12. Is that you? Really? Wouldn't have thought so. Because he just right, whatever. Aiden W12 on sponsors. Rain the corner from spoons. Welsh stereotypes. Ah, right, okay. With you now. No problem, mate. No problem. Um, what we got now? You're getting spanked by Mike Ashley. No, I believe that's Newcastle United. LKB prediction for this season. Newport County will finish in the top 12 again, I think. What game are you looking forward to? Forest Green away, of course. Josh Corbett looking at Mansfield and see Otis Khan has joined them. Thoughts? Mansfield had a formidable team last season and they didn't get themselves promoted, didn't even get in the playoffs. It means nothing. Having players, having names means nothing. It's all about putting together a team. Right, okay, I believe Aiden and Jammy Jimmy are having a little bit of banter between themselves. But guys, we've made it to the 46-minute mark, so you've got an extra minute out of me. So congratulations for that. But guys, yeah, it's been a good one. And yeah, as my good friend Mr. Paul says there, thanks for tuning in. I'll let him do the outro, shall I? Crack on, mate. You do it for me. Yeah, catch you later, guys. And all you County fans, I'll see you at Mansfield. Those of you who are making the trip, those of you who can't make it, I will be doing a live stream from within the ground up until kickoff time. So I hope many of you who can't go tune in for that. Check out the new series that is starting, Amber Talk. Michael Green is leading that one, and it is basically an Arsenal fan TV type series, but it's basically not segregating all the videos like they do. We put it all together as one, so you get the thoughts of everybody in one video. So it's not a matter of fishing for likes and views for us. It's a matter of putting some quality content out there. So get on board with that one then, guys. That one's a great one. And check out the World Cup video. Jamie Frankham, who's currently on holiday himself. That's why he haven't put any new videos out recently. Great work from him, by the way. He's doing great stuff for us. But check out his World Cup review, guys. That there is a really, really good video. So yeah, guys, thank you again, and look out for a pre-season special of Amber Army away days. That is coming up at some point soon, I believe. Mr. Ball and Miss Tompkins have been working on that one throughout the pre-season, and have gone to pretty much all of the games as well. Fair play to them for doing that. So guys, yeah, great one tonight. Looking forward to next Sunday already. Look out for a task word in the middle of the week, and of course, as usual, we'll be back with our usual Taff en route to Mansfield, and of course the live inside the ground. And if I manage to pick up any good atmosphere footage, that will be getting uploaded onto the channel also. So thanks again, guys, and until the next time, cheerio for now, and as always, up the county. Good night.